Yo, this your main man Corte. Y'all watching thelivetv.com.
Let's talk about some of your credits. Like, talk about some of the people that you wrote for that helped you rise to fame.
Definitely written for Beyonce Knows before her first solo album, the Fighting Temptations movie that she worked on. Fantasia, worked with Missy Elliott on both the Fantasia albums. Monica's album, Donnie Klang at Bad Boy had about 6 songs on his record. Britney Spears, we did a few songs together on her Blackout album. We're about to work on some new stuff too. Jennifer Hudson, a bunch of people, man. I've been blessed. New Edition, man, that was like a real monumental moment in my life to work with New Edition. I wrote the title track on their last album when they were signed to Bad Boy, which was One Love. That was a great moment for me, man. I could have just left the earth after that. I'm like, this is New Edition. I grew up singing their music, you know what I'm saying? Talent shows as a kid. So yeah, man, definitely the list goes on, man. I would have to say, working with Beyonce and Britney on the writing tip, but me and Missy Elliott, we work together all the time. We like Batman and Robin, but outside of Missy, Beyonce and Britney Spears, because Beyonce had us out on South Beach at the Marlin Hotel, which was a club, a hotel, and a studio all in one. And it was like spring break, and everybody was in a great mood, and the music was right, and the alcohol was there, and we just vibed out. And B, that was her first solo album, so she was so ready. She was ready to go. She was ready to try things. She actually told me, she was like, listen, we don't have to say what I want to say on the record. If you come up with something better, let's just do it. Like, that was her vibe. And the thing with Britney Spears, like, working with Britney was like, I never saw myself writing for a Britney Spears. Like, that never dawned on me that I could be.
That's really up there, like, yeah, Britney
that
Spears,
was like,
yeah.
Britney Spears is like she's a pop icon, like, however you want to look at it. She has sold 100 million records. This is Britney Spears. Like, I don't even know what to say about that, but all I know is the fact that she invited me to her home and we worked on records. I was around her family. It was at a moment in her life where she had just had her the baby, and she was still vulnerable, but just to see her still be a mother and balance the two and work at the same time, bringing the babies to the studio and still being able to do the things that she needed to do, was like, wow, like, this is what a superstar is made of. A superstar is not just somebody you just put on stage. A superstar is not the person that sounds the best. A superstar is somebody that can stand the test of time, what she's done, have her family life, her music, all on the same plane, and managed to be successful even with the media trying to take her down. And she worked through it, and that gave me more drive to create incredible records for her.
Now, I mean, like you said, the media was all over Britney, especially when she was going through certain situations.
Right.
Tell us something about Britney that I guess will blind us to fans, because we that's what we see in the media is just what we stick with. Tell us something about Britney Spears that we don't know and that really stuck to you.
I would say this, that she's a great mother, because we would be in the studio, and before we would work, she would be out in the front of the house with one of her sons in the little truck. She would be playing with him, riding around in the little, the little motor trucks.
Yeah,
like, I think he had like a little Cadillac or something, and she'd just be playing with him. I was just like, nobody ever talk about the good when it comes to these artists who have to be perfect all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a human being, but first and foremost, man, she's a great artist, but she's an incredible mother, man. Big shouts to Britney Spears. I saw it myself. I saw her say, you know what, we can't work today because the baby don't feel well. You know what I mean? That's a real mom.